Imagine working day and night in conditions so harsh that the very air you breathe and the food you eat are laced with danger. A place where your hands are raw, your back bent, your health constantly at risk, and yet the system offers no protection, only endless labor and exploitation. This was the reality for many in early 20th century industrial America, and Upton Sinclair exposed it with unflinching clarity in The Jungle. Published in 1906, The Jungle follows Jurgis Rudkus, a Lithuanian immigrant who arrives in Chicago with dreams of prosperity and freedom, only to be engulfed by the brutal machinery of the meatpacking industry. Sinclair plunges readers into a world of poverty, corruption, and exploitation, where workers toil under dangerous conditions for meager pay, and every promise of the American dream is quickly revealed as hollow. The novel captures the struggle for survival amidst a system that values profit over human life, exposing not just the laborer's suffering but also the moral decay embedded in corporate and political structures. Sinclair's depiction of the stockyards is vivid and horrifying. Workers endure grueling hours in filthy, unsafe environments, handling spoiled and contaminated meat with no regard for hygiene. Injuries are common, and accidents are often fatal. Families live in cramped, unsanitary tenements, struggling to feed themselves while grappling with illness and despair. Sinclair spares no detail. The narrative paints a brutal, immersive picture of the human cost of industrial greed. Beyond the physical hardships, the novel also explores psychological and emotional tolls, the erosion of hope, the weight of helplessness, and the desperate measures people take to survive. At its core, The Jungle is a story of resilience and awakening. Jurgis arrives full of optimism and faith in hard work, believing diligence will bring him a better life. Yet every hope is crushed by corruption, betrayal, and systemic exploitation. His journey, from naivety to bitter awareness, mirrors the experiences of countless immigrants who found the promise of opportunity replaced with hardship. Sinclair uses Jurgis' story to critique societal and economic structures that enable injustice to flourish. Sinclair's writing is both vivid and purposeful. He blends narrative storytelling with journalistic observation, ensuring readers not only feel the horrors of the stockyards but also understand the systemic factors behind them. The novel's investigative nature was groundbreaking, blending fiction with social commentary in a way that could shock and mobilize public opinion. Its graphic descriptions of the meatpacking industry were so credible that they contributed to public pressure, resulting in the Pure Food and Drug Act and the Meat Inspection Act in 1906. While the social reform message is central, Sinclair also explores broader themes: the fragility of dreams, the impact of industrialization on human dignity, and the struggle between survival and morality. Jurgis' experiences demonstrate how individuals are dehumanized by systems that prioritize profit over people, raising timeless questions about labor rights, economic inequality, and corporate ethics. The narrative exposes the gap between idealized notions of success and the harsh realities of exploitation, making the book relevant well beyond its historical setting. Banned or challenged at times for its graphic depictions and radical political critique, The Jungle provoked strong reactions from both authorities and industry leaders. Some considered it too incendiary, fearing that its portrayal of corruption and labor abuse would incite unrest. Yet the novel's lasting importance lies in its power to awaken conscience. Sinclair famously remarked that he aimed not merely to reveal filth but to inspire reform, and in that, he succeeded. The book became a catalyst for change, demonstrating the ability of literature to influence policy, challenge injustice, and illuminate uncomfortable truths. In today's context, The Jungle remains strikingly relevant. Labor exploitation, unsafe working conditions, and corporate malpractice are not relics of the past. Globally, millions of workers still face conditions reminiscent of Sinclair's Chicago stockyards, from garment factories to industrial farms. The novel invites readers to reflect on the human cost of convenience, profit, and consumption, urging vigilance, empathy, and activism. Beyond labor, it highlights the broader social responsibility of citizens, corporations, and governments to uphold justice, fairness, and dignity. Sinclair's characters are vividly drawn, from the hopeful Jurgis to his resilient wife, Ona, and their children, whose lives are shaped and often shattered by forces beyond their control. Each embodies the struggle of immigrants striving for survival while facing systemic obstacles. Their triumphs are small, fragile, and often temporary, yet carry profound emotional weight. Through these personal stories, Sinclair humanizes statistics, transforming abstract injustice into lived experience. Readers cannot remain indifferent. The novel's power lies in making the personal political and the political deeply human. The narrative also examines the tension between hope and despair. Jurgis's journey is cyclical. He experiences moments of optimism and determination, only to be crushed by the relentless pressures of poverty and systemic corruption. Yet his persistence, flawed and imperfect as it is, underscores the resilience of the human spirit. Sinclair emphasizes that awareness and action, no matter how limited, are crucial responses to injustice. The novel ultimately serves as a call to recognize exploitation, demand accountability, and strive for change, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Ultimately, The Jungle is more than an exposé of early industrial America. It is a timeless meditation on human dignity, social justice, and moral responsibility. It challenges readers to question systems, recognize oppression, and consider the ethical implications of their choices and consumption. Its enduring impact demonstrates the power of literature to reveal uncomfortable truths, provoke reflection, and inspire societal reform. So the question Sinclair leaves us with is both urgent and enduring. If the pursuit of profit continues to exploit human lives, how do we, individually and collectively, ensure that justice, dignity, and compassion are never sacrificed for convenience or gain?